Hey everyone, so I've been working in paintball for a really long time, and if you have also worked in paintball, chances are, like me, you have encountered people trying to play in these like garbage masks that they bought off of like Wish or AliExpress or some dark corner of the internet, whatever. I deal with it like a couple times a year where I have to explain to somebody why, like, no, you cannot use this in a paintball mask, and in a paintball game rather. And the most infamous of all of these is this friggin' skull mask. Like, at least once a year, I have to tell somebody trying to wear this exact mask that no, that's not a paintball mask. And they will inevitably come back at me with, oh, but it said on the website I could play paintball in it. And I have to explain that, like, it's a website. It can say whatever it wants. They want you to buy the mask. It doesn't have to be true. So we actually tracked one of these down because I really just want to show everyone why you shouldn't be using this mask or attempting to use this mask, and just don't waste your money on it, because no ref anywhere should be letting you use this mask. Before we actually get into the real good stuff about it, spoiler alert, there's a reason that I'm just using the box and not the mask itself. We already shot that part, and it's great. But the one main reason why this sucks, this definitively sucks, this is not a good paintball mask, is it's not ASTM approved. It does not have an ASTM rating, therefore it is not a paintball mask. You cannot use it in a paintball game. On top of that very obvious glaring problem with it, it doesn't actually cover your ears at all. There's no ear protection at all. So if you want to rupture your eardrum, by all means, try and use this. See how it goes for you. Second thing that I noticed right out of the box without even trying anything on it is the actual eye foam will not make a seal around your eyes. It is not going to actually seal your eyes in. So any of the vents on the front of the mask where paint can get in, yeah, there's nothing stopping that paint from just continuing, or shell or sand or whatever, just continuing and getting into your eye. So yeah. Pretty garbage right off the bat. If any of you expected this to not suck, spoiler alert, it totally does. But obviously, you need to know just how much it sucks. So we're gonna shoot it a bunch of times. To give you some context, we are just using regular paintballs. They're not any kind of special rubber ball or anything like that. And we're shooting at about 290 feet per second. So still a very a legal speed to use for most fields. And we're going to be shooting it from about 10 feet away, which again, at most fields that have any kind of mercy rule, 10 feet is still in the gray zone. You could still totally get shot at 10 feet away at 290. That is a very real possibility that can happen on a paintball field. So yeah, done talking about it. We're going to go shoot it, and we're going to show you just how much this sucks. It's crazy. So what a surprise! Totally sucks. It sucks as much as it could possibly suck. Yeah, I'm sure none of you expected this to not be terrible. I'm sure this is not a surprise to anyone, but were you ready for how terrible it was? Because this thing failed immediately and as hard as it could. If you were paying attention, basically each part of the mask that can pop out did after 2 hits, just basically 2 hits to each lens, and those lenses were gone. 2 hits to each of the cheek parts, and those cheek parts were gone. And yeah, this is your face after. This is what happens to your face. If you can't tell, there is massive damage to the eyes, big old chunk missing out of the cheek right there. Some of that cheek is actually embedded into the strap of the mask. It got absolutely devastated. Up and around the actual lens parts, it's all cracked and broken. It's not just that the lens popped out. Every part of this mask just broke and snapped. It essentially is separating into its base elements and trying to return to nature. It's given up hard on life. Yeah, so you don't want to wear these. You don't want to let anybody wear these. If you or somebody you know is thinking about buying one of these, tell them not to waste your money. No ref is ever going to let you play in it. And if they do, oh my God, you're in so much trouble. This is so bad, so bad. 2 hits and then the lens just pops out and just leaves the mask. Oh man, you're taking your life into your hands by wearing something like this. So yeah. in conclusion, these are garbage. Don't buy them. If your mask doesn't have ASTM approval, it's not a mask, so don't buy it. And one other thing I do have to say, because I kind of say this to everybody who's ever tried to go on the field wearing something like this, because we know it looks cool. I know it looks cool. It also obviously looks amazing. But if it was okay, don't you think everyone would have them? Like, do you think that you're just special, that you've just found this awesome skull mask and no one else has ever seen this before and you're just going to be like the biggest badass on the paintball field? Like, no. If these were okay, probably most people would be wearing them. Like, they look dope, but they are absolutely not a paintball mask. It's just masquerading as such. So yeah, don't buy a mask off Wish. They suck. They all suck. It shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. Buy an actual paintball mask made by actual paintball companies, because we're talking about your face and eyes and stuff here. Like, you should care about that. If you don't care about that, then like, who hurt you? But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this wasn't a surprise to anyone, because, you know, like, come on, we knew these were going to suck. But yeah, if you enjoyed that and you have other suggestions for Does It Suck, we'd love to hear them. We do read the comments, so like, if you got suggestions, please let us know. And thanks for watching.